Hello everyone, it is Briximus Prime back at it again for another live stream unboxing. And yeah, we're going to be unboxing a couple of packages here. I technically could have done another live stream unboxing like last week, but I decided to hold off and wait for these other packages to show up, and I'll just do it all in one go. So I've been holding on to one of these for a little while, and I've been really eager to open it. But first, before we get into that, just a little teaser of the next review that's going out. First of all, thank you all for the... I hope you guys enjoy my most recent review on the G.I. Joe Classified series Snake Eyes. That's my first G.I. Joe review, that's outside of Transformers, because technically my first G.I. Joe review was on the G.I. Joe Megatron Hiss Tank crossover figure, but technically the Snake Eyes is my first ever G.I. Joe Classified series review. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoy it. Hasn't really gained a couple that many views. I wasn't really expecting it to. It was just a review that I wanted to get out and I wanted to share, so I didn't really care how well or how poorly it did, but I hope anyone who watches it enjoys it. Just giving a bit of a teaser as to what my next review is that's going to be coming up. So I did a poll a little bit ago, like a couple days ago, sometime last week, about what I should do for my next Studio Series review. And my next Studio Series review is going to be on the Studio Series Deluxe Class Mirage from Rise of the Beasts. But I decided I'm actually going to twist it just a little bit. So Mirage won the majority of the votes. It was between him and Gamer Edition Megatron, which Gamer Edition Megatron is another one that'll be coming up soon. But Mirage is the one who got voted for, but I'm gonna throw a little bit of a bonus thing in there. I'm actually gonna make it a double review between both Mirage and the core class Noah Diaz. So it's gonna be a double review between Noah Diaz and Mirage together in one review. And yeah, we'll just see how it goes. That way I'll be able to do two reviews at the same time, while kind of, it'll be two reviews at the same time while, anyway. But yeah, hi Firewall. I'm doing pretty good. Nice to see you in the stream as usual. Oh, hello. I wasn't expecting you to be in here. How are you? I am doing well. Also, Firewall, I don't know if you noticed, but I did make you a... I don't know if you noticed, but because you come in here into the live stream so often, I think you've been in almost every single one consistently for a while. I made you a moderator for the live streams. I made you a mod sometime last week. I was going through my mods on my channel, and I decided to add you in because you've been on here almost every single time for the past couple of months. You've been on here pretty consistently, so I decided to add you as a mod. And also that way, whenever you comment, your comments are also highlighted with your name in blue. So it's also not just a feature for you, but it's also a feature for others so that, they kind of can see the importance of your name when it comes up. But again, I decided to make you a moderator just because how often you come in here, and so I just thought I thought it was a good call. I think you deserve to be a moderator on the live streams. Anyway, let's see. We're already 4 minutes in, so let's just get started with the first package. I just realized I don't have my knife. Haven't done these for just a hot minute, so I'm not as prepared. Oh yeah, that does remind me. I also, usually how I show off comic books or whatever at the beginning of a live stream, I picked up the issue 2 of Duke from Skybound. So I'm continuing the Energon universe with Duke. So I'll be reading that for sure. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it for comics. Anyway, first box we have from Amazon. Now, this wasn't the package that came in. This one actually only came in a couple days ago. I'm just starting with this one because it's the smallest one. Ah, there it is. But this is a special figure. These streams are one of my few spaces where I can freely talk about action figures, so you bet I'll join as much as possible. But yeah, I wanted to add you as a moderator because you're in here so often, so I wanted to kind of give back to you in a way. So anyway, getting into the package contents before I get sidetracked more. This is the Transformers concept art, the concept art series Decepticon Rumble. I wish it was Megatron, but Megatron's not fitting in this. Is not fitting in this box, is he? But yeah. Concept art Rumble from the Bumblebee movie. He looks pretty good. He is a little small, but I mean, that's the point. But yeah, I'll definitely be doing a review on this, obviously. We can get rid of that. So yeah, Concept Art Rumble. I'm going to get him out right now. I've been waiting a little too long. I want to get this guy out. Oh, that's interesting. So for the concept art, they have this little hologram thing right here on the side to kind of demonstrate that it's concept art. If you aren't caught up with this firewall, basically, long story short, Hasbro has run out of ideas so much to the point that they're now making the studio series go to concept art, and they're making figures based on concept art. Why? Because they know they're going to sell. Which, speaking of that Megatron, oh yeah, the Hasbro finally made a Droideka. Yes, I freaking pre-ordered it day of. I am excited for the Black Series Droideka. I've been wanting more battle droids and just separatist army droids in general, and so as soon as the Droideka got revealed, I was going ballistic. I was listening to the live stream while I was in the car. I couldn't get a good look at it because it was in the car, but all I heard was them just say Droideka, and I was just like, yes. And then also they did mention in the pipeline reveals, that they were going to be giving the Super Battle Droid, the B2 Battle Droids, their own individual releases, and so I'm looking forward to that because I didn't want to pay for that Hasbro Pulse exclusive 2-pack that has the C-3PO head on the Battle Droid, because maybe I'll get that at some point, but I really just want the B2 Battle Droid. The C-3PO figure is kind of more like a novelty figure. It's not really a figure that I actually want or one that I would really keep in my collection. So I was kind of pissed that was the only way you could get a B2 Battle Droid, was that Hasbro Pulse exclusive 2-pack. But then they mentioned in the pipeline reveals that there's going to be more. They're going to have it get an individual release later. It'll be a fan channel exclusive figure that'll get released later, and I am for sure going to try and pick that up. So I have some B1 Battle Droids. I've got General Grievous. I've got the Magna Guard. Oh yeah, and they also mentioned that multi-pack with Jedi Survivor. How they're going to have a multi-pack where it has a B1, B2, and a Magna Guard all in the Jedi Survivor Bedlam Raiders paint schemes. And I'm actually kind of excited for that because I love Jedi Survivor. It's one of my favorite video games that came out last year. Oh yeah, also, do you guys like my shirt? Got G1 art Soundwave right there. And yeah. If they made the Commando Droid, yes, I would love for them to do a Commando Droid. Something else I would also love to see Hasbro do, because I'm surprised they haven't done it, is I'm surprised they haven't done more repaints of battle droids, because they've done so many repaints of the Black Series Clone Trooper. There's so many different variants of the Clone Trooper, and the Clone Troopers sell really well. People buy multiples of them. They army build. So why can't you do that with battle droids? I'm surprised we've only ever had just regular battle droids. They've never done a commander. They haven't done the security droids with the red, the ones with the blue. They haven't done the battle droids with, where they have green camo on them. They could do the training ones from the Clone Wars, where they have the training paint and there's so much variety that they could do, but they haven't done. It's just confusing to me that they haven't done those yet. They haven't done a lot of battle droid repaints. Same thing goes for the Commando Droid. The Commando Droid could get repainted into all kinds of stuff. You could have the standard one. You could have the Captain one with its blue markings on its face. You could have one where it's from the Citadel or whatever. Maybe a buzz droid that can actually squeeze itself into a ball. That would be cool too if we could get like a buzz droid. Like I've when I was younger, I used to collect battle droids. I was strictly a collector of just battle droids, and so I was just I don't know what it was. I just loved the Separatists, and I always just loved the battle droids. I thought they were funny. I thought they were cool. So when I found the thing with me was that I was always that's what I was collecting most of the time. I was collecting battle droids. I had the MTT, and I had a bunch of battle droids. I had General Grievous. I had a bunch. And so when I found out that they were going to be making... And so when I got into the Black Series, I wanted to get more Black Series battle droids. But the problem was the B1 battle droid was really all they ever made. And I bought 2 of those, and then finally they did the Magna Guard. They're doing the droid. It feels like they're finally doing what I've been wanting them to do. Anyway, got the Rumble out of the packaging. So this is Bumblebee movie concept art series Rumble. This is Rumble as if he would have appeared in the Bumblebee movie. So you can probably imagine this guy would have popped out of Soundwave's chest. You know, first he would have launched out Ravage. Ravage, eject. He jumps out, and then he would go Rumble, and then Rumble jumps out. Maybe we'll see Rumble in the future. Maybe he'll be in a future movie, you know, because Rumble didn't appear in the Bumblebee movie, but maybe he'll appear in a future installment when Soundwave makes a comeback, you know? And again, this guy just transforms into a little square box thing that fits in Soundwave's chest. That's really it. And yeah, I have the Ravage, Core Class Ravage. He's amazing, so I knew I was going to like this no matter what. But yeah, he's a good figure. So yeah, concept art series Rumble from Studio Series. Great start. Let's go with this one at the top. I'm kind of eager to get this one open for a particular reason. Hasbro has made some variants of the B2 battle droids back in the day. Yeah, but the B2 battle droid, the B2s haven't, again, they only just started doing the Black Series B2 battle droids. They could be doing more B2s even. They could do the one where it has like the jetpack paint scheme where it's got like the white stripes with the hazard thing on its jetpack, and they could also have a variant where it's the version from, I mean, technically the one in the 2-pack is a variant because it has dirt paint on it, but that like Geonosis dirt paint, but that it's still a standard B2. It just has a little bit of battle damage scuffing on it. Thank you for modding me. I've done this before. No need to walk me through it. I assumed you have. Also, by the way, I hope you enjoyed the Firewall. I hope you enjoyed the Snake Eyes review, the G.I. Joe Snake Eyes video. When I put that out, I kind of had you on the mind because I was like, well, you know, Firewall's the one who kept telling me that he likes seeing some of the other stuff that's not just Transformers, and so I put out the Snake Eyes review kind of with you in mind. So I hope you enjoyed it. I didn't make it specifically for you, but I did have you on the mind, like, you know, because you're the one who mentions about it the most, probably. Pretty much, Firewall, you're the ideal viewer that I hope I draw in more of as the channel goes on, because I want to bring in people who are just action figure enthusiasts. Doesn't matter if you're into Transformers or G.I. Joe or whatever, or even something as obscure as the Iron Giant. Like, just whatever action figure enthusiasts find cool. I want to have a bit of an audience for that. Someone who's willing to basically watch all of my content, no matter what it is. Because that's kind of me with a couple other viewers. There are YouTubers. There's YouTubers I watch, and sometimes they do videos that are out of the ordinary, but I still enjoy them because I love the YouTuber and the way how they review or the way how they present their topic or their figure or whatever it is. So yeah. Anyway, other package. So this is a bit of an older figure that I bought for retail price because I thought to myself, I should probably buy this before it starts getting really high in the aftermarket. And I bought it to kind of be a completionist for a small collection that's back here. I grabbed the Studio Series Revenge of the Fallen Skipjack, the yellow Constructicon of Rampage, because I have all of the Constructicons, including Rampage, the original red version of this mold. I have Rampage right here. So I have the red version, but part of me loves the individual Constructicons so much. Like, I already love them as individual robots in general, that part of me was tempted to buy 2 each and just have some in robot mode and then have some of them for the combined Devastator form. But at that time, they started going up in the aftermarket and they were really expensive. But I saw that Skipjack, again, a repaint, an entirely separate character, I saw that he was still for standard price on Big Bad Toy Store, so I decided to grab him because he's already going for like $50 on eBay, and he's going for like $40 to $50 on eBay and Amazon. So I decided to grab him before he starts going up even more. So pretty much, long story short, I bought this figure specifically to be part of the combined form for Devastator. I bought this specifically so that I could have Rampage as a separate figure outside of the Devastator combiner, and so that this could form Devastator's leg. Plus, Skipjack technically is a more screen accurate, because in the movie, Devastator has a yellow leg, not a red leg. He has Long Haul as his right leg, which is green, the green dump truck, and then he has a yellow Bulldozer as the other leg, which is this character. But I only had Rampage at the time. So I decided to buy this guy just so he could be a leg, pretty much. And yeah, pretty basic Constructicon Studio Series packaging. You know, we kind of already know how this works. But I'm getting him out of the packaging because I've been eager to get this guy. Plus, also, the other reason why I decided to buy this guy now, not just because of the aftermarket, but also I recently I've been rewatching through all the Transformers movies and shows, and I made a goal for myself that this year, for the 40th anniversary of Transformers, I want to go back and rewatch everything. I want to go back and rewatch like the movies. I want to rewatch all of the shows, and just like, I want to go back and just rewatch everything for the 40th anniversary of Transformers. And so I rewatched the Michael Bay movies and Revenge of the Fallen, and I realized that how much I actually like the individual Constructicons. Plus, I also played the Revenge of the Fallen video game for the first time recently, and it was really fun. It was a fantastic playthrough. It was a fantastic time. And so I just really got into the Michael Bay mood, and I was just in the mood to buy this figure, and here he is. So yeah, that's kind of the long-winded explanation as to why I bought this. But yeah, so I bought Studio Series Skipjack just because I wanted to buy him before he got more expensive, and also because I was in the Michael Bay buying mood. Getting hiccups for some reason. So he's got a display base right here, because, you know, Skipjack's the weird Constructicon that just has this like pogo stick single leg thing. Is he like a worm with arms or something? Anyway, he comes with a stand, so you can make him stand up, because there's no way he'd stand up on his own without it. And then he comes with these little bits that are technically supposed to be guns of his, like these little bits that are supposed to be like pistols, but really they're just extensions of parts of his construction vehicle mode. So I just leave them in there anyway. I don't even remove them as his weapons. At least when I was doing it for Rampage. But anyway, there he is. Yellow Skipjack. Plus, what a weird name, Skipjack. Skipjack is a weird name for a... There is no other... Unless it's like a Micromaster or something. I don't remember there being a Transformer named Skipjack besides this guy. I think this is the only bot to bear the name, possibly. It's just a weird sounding name, Skipjack. It's not like a car term. It's not like a... You know, like Tailgate, Trailbreaker, Tracks. Like these are all Transformer names that are like based on something, and then Skipjack. Like, Where did this name come from? It's just so random to me. I mean, yes, there's like Optimus Prime, but like that's kind of different. Still, I'm just like, at least his name is something around his personality. Skipjack, I mean, I guess he jumps around like a pogo stick, so Skipjack. I don't know. It's just random. It doesn't matter. He's going to be a leg anyway. Doesn't matter. But yeah, would you be interested in modern updates of the G1 toys, like Soundwave, for example? Take the Netflix mold, give it a G1 toy head, and Paint Apps as an exclusive. I wouldn't mind that, but I probably wouldn't buy it. I do already have the Siege figure, and I'm already happy with that, which, by the way, the Siege Soundwave figure already kind of has a toy accurate scheme because it has a yellow visor in his eyes, which is only on the G1 toy. Which, it's funny you bring that up because they just did that reissue for the 40th anniversary where it's the G1 toy of Soundwave, but he has cartoon accurate color scheme. So he has the red visor like in the cartoon. But I would like to see that for maybe like Optimus Prime or something, which, speaking of, I was tempted to maybe get that Optimus Prime where it's styled like the G1 toy, but it's like super articulated or whatever. I was tempted to buy that, and they have it in two different forms. You could get it in cartoon colors. You can get it in original toy colors. I was like, ooh, that's pretty nice. Anyway, I'll move on to the next package. So this one is very exciting. This is probably the one that I've been the most excited about. Like, this one and this one are pretty tied together as being the one that I'm most excited about, but this one definitely is something to be excited about. But yeah, Skipjack was the name of the cut Constructicons from TF Animated. Oh, Skipjack. Actually, I think they were going to name one of them Skipjack in animated because of the live action character. Because technically, season 2 of Transformers Animated came out after Revenge of the Fallen, didn't it? When the Constructicons got introduced, it was after they were introduced in the live action films, I think. I don't remember. I didn't grow up watching animated. I didn't watch it when it first aired, so I can't remember when everything happened, but I think it was Revenge of the Fallen. I think it was, because I know the first Michael Bay movie came out first, and then animated aired afterwards, like literally a month or two afterwards. And then the third movie, and then Revenge of the Fallen came out in 2009, and then season 2 of animated, or maybe, or did animated season 2 come out in 2008? Like I said, I can't remember. It might be the other way around. I think it is animated that was first, but I can't remember. Anyway, this figure is pretty exciting. Definitely been wanting this one ever since Hasbro revealed it. Come on, freaking tape. Open sesame. There we go. I don't need that. I don't need that. That's packing material. Don't need it. What I need is this. Ooh, this box feels pristine. It feels nice and brand new. No defects on the figure. Doesn't look like it. This is the Transformers Deluxe Class Rise of the Beasts Predacon Scorponok. Very nice. Scorponok from Rise of the Beasts as a Studio Series action figure, and I am very excited. Because I thought, even though Scorponok barely really did all that much in the movie, I love this design. Because I love how it's kind of inspired from the live-action Scorponok design, while also homaging the Beast Wars, the original Beast Wars Scorponok. And so I kind of like the idea. So I think it's a good... I feel like personally it's a good toy and a good representation of the characters. I'm getting this out right now. I don't care. Give me That's Scorponok. Also, by the way, what backdrop does he come with? Huh. Backdrop that he never even did anything with. Nice. Also, why do I have a bunch of lint on me? Must have been from Skipjack. I don't know. Okay. Oh, yes. Scorponok. I'm excited. It's a real shame, though, that Scorponok was the only Predacon that showed up in the movie. Seen pictures of this guy. He looks cool. I know. I've been looking forward to this figure. Or in the words of Count Dooku, I've been looking forward to this. That's one of my favorite Star Wars memes. I use that one all the time because there's so many times where I've used that line unironically and I've just been like, I've been looking forward to this. And I'll just think of Count Dooku immediately. Good. Twice the pride, double the fall. Whoop. There's his scorpion tail. What's also nice about this figure, based on the promotional images, with him being the scorpion mode, makes it seem like he's actually a bigger figure. Like, even though he's only a deluxe, he seems bigger. And I will say that in person. He does seem like he has a lot more mass to him in person. I swear, I'm gonna freaking rip this box open. I missed a twisty tie. That's what happened. I missed the ones around his wrists. There we go. Now that should come on out. This is now garbage. Go away. Get this garbage out of my face. All right, Scorponok. Let's get him all situated here. So let's see. So his bug legs, I believe, just kind of hang off of the sides like this, I believe. Either that or they have a better way to scrunch up on him. No, yeah, I'm right. They just kind of go across his back. Oh, and then his tail just kind of goes in his hand as a weapon, but I believe you can still have it with him as an accessory. Or like part of his body. I think you can still have it as part of, like, as a piece of his body. His head is very articulated. Even has this like pumping piston thing, which I'm assuming is for transformation when he turns into his scorpion mode. But the robot mode doesn't look bad. It looks good. He's got some pretty good posability, I'd say. Some weird feet, but that's all right. It's nothing like stupid or anything. Like, it's still really good. He looks great. Very intimidating. Like I said, nice mixture of like the original Beast Wars character while also having like homage to the Bayverse Scorponok. So, oh, and he has the Predacon logo right there. That was the one thing I didn't like, was that they didn't specify that this was a Predacon in the movie. There was no... It made it seem like the Predacons were not present in the movie at all, when really there were, Scorponoks all over the place. But come on, you should have at least mentioned that they were Predacons. At least the toy brings it up. Like, at least the toy really drives the point home, I guess. But still, though, I would have liked that maybe they, just specified. Very interesting stinger. So it looks like this just can plug in right here, and it can hinge in different ways. But the question is there a way to do it for robot mode? If I'm not having him hold it as an accessory, is there a way to have him... I guess you can't have it that way. So I guess there isn't really a way to have him... If you want it stored on him in robot mode, it's literally just going to be where it is in beast mode. So it honestly kind of just looks better to have it in his hand, I guess. Let's see, what does it look like? There's supposed to be a way you can make him hold this. Oh, no, 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 no. You don't make him hold it like in a hand. It plugs in right here. Plugs in on his forearm. And it just looks like he's holding it in his hand. Like that. See, it plugs in on his forearm right there, and then you just rest his hand against it, and it looks like he's holding it as a tail weapon. Which, again, is a clever way to have the tail as a fully integrated like weapon with the figure. But yeah. Yeah, part of me wishes this guy was a Voyager, though, that he was a little bit bigger, because in the movie, I mean, I still need to transform him and see what he looks like in his Scorpion mode, but to my knowledge, I thought he was a little bit bigger, because we see him go toe-to-toe with Optimus Primal. We see him and Optimus, he jumps out of the dirt and he tries to dig his claws into Primal, and Primal catches him, and it makes it seem like he's bigger, and Primal's like a leader class bigger Voyager. Like, see, he's right here, actually. So, like, here's Primal, here's Scorponok. I thought Scorponok would at least be a little bigger. But, I need to transform him. Let's try and transform him into Scorpion mode. So, I can already tell that this transforms like this. And then, obviously, the tail is obvious. This just goes up his butt. Right there. Tail curls up. And then I saw that these... I already can kind of tell how this part is going to work, but I don't know how this... Ah, okay. So these bits hinge open. And then, if I remember, these go right over here. Very clever way how his hands integrate into the transformation. See, look, so he has his arms right here. They disconnect from the torso, and then his hands and the arms, they fold in, and then his hand, like, cradles into the claw, like that, and it, like, disappears and looks like the scorpion claws. So, like, it's a really clever way how they made that disappear. And then his legs... You should have some bug legs concealed in here somewhere. Unless these are the bug legs. Oh, I see. There's a tab right there that hooks this part in and locks it into place. And then this forms one of the bug legs. I see. Okay, very clever. That's not what I was expecting from this guy. All right. It's always nice to get a transformation that kind of catches you off guard, because there's been a lot of times where there's transformations and I'm like, oh, I know how this is going to work. I know how and then I do it in like 5 seconds and it feels like it wasn't. Because part of the fun of Transformers when you were a kid is that you were able to discover how they work, or at least for me, that was one of the joys of Transformers, was just discovering how they work. It was like a puzzle. Like, even though part of me wishes that they could transform quicker while still being really posable, I still liked the transformation aspect and having them be more complicated, because then that way they were more detailed, they looked more movie accurate, they were just a little more fun to me that way. So when they kind of took away, so like those gimmicky Transformers that are very simple transformations, those never really sold with me even as a kid. But hey, there he is in his Scorpion mode. He definitely looks bigger in Scorpion mode. The Scorpion mode looks bigger. Yeah, that looks fantastic. I'm really happy with that. I do find it funny, though, that this literally is just his robot mode head up there, but it's at least better than the robot mode they gave this guy. This thing already looks great in Scorpion mode, but then they tried to give it like a freaking like robot mode. I can do it really fast. Like, at least this guy's robot mode looks better than that. What the frick is that? Like, You know what I'm saying? Like, at least this is an improvement while also homaging that. Because there's a lot of design elements here. Even the head are like referencing that Scorponok, but it also looks more cohesive. Especially as a toy. In the movie, Primal is a head shorter than Battletrap, and how big is Scorponok next to SS Primal? Well, I compared his robot mode, but in Scorpion mode. So here's Scorponok, here's Primal, Leader Primal. So like I said, he looks a little bigger in Scorpion mode. I guess that is a little bit closer in scale, but still, I feel like he still should have been a Voyager. Because again, they're selling this guy as like a chunky Voyager leader class kind of figure. So like I feel like this guy still should have been bigger, but I still think this is absolutely fantastic. Like he is still got a lot more heft to him for a deluxe class. Like, I mean, you saw how big he is compared to Primal. He's still pretty big. He's still a pretty big figure for being this Scorpion. Anyway, so there's Scorponok. And yeah, I like his artwork. He looks great. And I'm glad I finally got the one. I just finished the Predacon team. I got all the Predacons that appeared in the movie. The only Predacon that appeared in the Beast Wars related movie. Yeah, his Scorpion face looks freaky as hell. That looks. That's like one of the freakiest things I've seen all day. Anyway, all right. I guess we'll get into the final package. And the final package is going to bring up a topic that I wanted to talk about. So let me just open it up first and show it to you, and then I'll talk about the topic as I'm opening it up and showing it off. So this is the package that was sitting for a while. This is the one that I really wanted to open, but I decided to wait until the other stuff showed up. So like Skipjack, Scorponok, and the Rumble. I decided to wait. But anyway, technically I do have another package that's showing up tomorrow that's related, but that is a gift for a friend, and I don't want to show it off on here just in case he ends up watching this. So, all right. Ooh, they look good. So this is the Transformers Reactivate 2-pack between Bumblebee and Starscream. I already have the Soundwave and Optimus Prime one from a little bit ago. And yeah, I wanted to talk about Reactivate really fast. And just video games in general. So, first off, these two look fantastic. I love how this packaging looks, and I love how they look in there. I'll get a better look at them as I get them out of the box. But yeah, Starscream and Bumblebee from Transformers Reactivate. So I wanted to bring up that I'm going to be deep diving more into video game content. I've been wanting to do it for a while, but part of me is not really doing it for the views. It's mostly just for fun. It's not really like again, it's not going to overtake my channel or anything. My main thing is this. This is my main thing. But I've always wanted to do video games, and a good way to do that is I'm going to be doing it through my friend's channel. I have a friend. I'll leave a link to his channel down below. It's also inside my subscriptions. If you go to my channel page and you scroll down to the bottom, and it shows, there's a tab that shows other people that I suggest people will subscribe to. He's down there. He's called Spectre Spectations. It's like a little ghost wearing sunglasses and like a headset. Anyway, me and him are planning on doing some video game content, and we are going to play Transformers Reactivate together when it eventually comes out. We're going to be playing a couple games. We wanted to do the Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed game. I love that game. We wanted to do Skull and Bones online together, and like we're planning on streaming video games together, and we might do VR maybe at some point, or like I'll be guest starring on his channel probably pretty often. And again, I'll probably do some video game streams of my own at some point, but they're going to be on my second channel, not this main channel. I mean, I could do it on this main channel maybe once or twice, Maybe I'll do it for Reactivate. Maybe I'll do it for just Reactivate. I'll stream stuff on here. But as it stands, I'm just going to stream video games on the second channel. There's a link in the description to my second channel. It's just called Briximus Prime Media. So it's meant to be a parody off of Briximus Prime, but I put the word media in where the M starts in Prime. So it's just a clever way to have side content. I basically, it's just my channel where I dump whatever I want to upload onto YouTube that's not toy related. I just dump it over there onto that channel. And I've been wanting to do more video game content. I kind of tested the waters a little bit before. I did a 40-minute video of me just playing through Far Cry when they did the Stranger Things crossover thing. I did just a 40-minute playthrough of that, but there was no commentary. There was none of me talking. It was just a video of that. In the future, though, I'm going to be testing the waters a little bit more. That's a joke on Skull and Bones, by the way. Testing the waters. It's a pirate game. Haha. Anyway, point is, I want to do more video game content, and like I said, it will end up on another channel. But again, it also will end up on Spectre Spectation's channel. Be sure to check out his channel because I will be on there pretty often as we go into this new year. Me and him are going to be streaming video games together. I'll do community posts and I'll mention stuff on my channel when I'm going live or when I'm doing stuff with him. I'll mention stuff from his channel. But if you want to be ahead of the game, then go and subscribe to him and just put the notification bell on and just see what he starts uploading or what he puts up there. He also wants to do movie reviews and stuff like that, and maybe I'll add comments and such here and there and in his movie reviews, but I mostly am just going to be there for the video game content because me personally, I've always wanted to do video game content, but the problem is gaming is probably the hardest medium to do as a YouTuber because it's so hard to stand out from the thousands upon thousands of video game people. It's really hard to compete with people like Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, PewDiePie, Eddie VR, Sauce Eddie, and just all those different gaming people to have millions of subscribers, and there's even people that are steadily growing, and it's just hard to compete with that kind of stuff. And so it's I never really had an interest in making video game content, but I love playing video games. And so making video content while also having fun at it, I think is a good idea. And I've always wanted to do it just for fun, not as a source of YouTube revenue or whatever. But I wanted to bring it up because Reactivate is going to be a big game for me. I am dead excited for this game, hence why I bought the toys before the game even has an official gameplay trailer. But yeah. Anyway, let's get these open, shall we? I'll stop talking about video games and let's get the actual toys out of there. Also, why is this really tough? There we go. Got it. Okay, let's get them out of there. Anyway, point is, I've always wanted to do it. You can advertise your gaming streams on the main channel. Yeah, that's the plan. The plan is to advertise the gaming stuff on the main channel, but a majority of them will not be on the main channel. They won't be streamed on the main channel. I'll probably only stream Transformers Reactivate or something like that. But Ghostbusters and Skull and Bones, I'll probably do one Reactivate stream on my main channel to help advertise for the other channel so that people will go and check it out, something like that. But yeah, anyway, point is that's the whole idea that I wanted to bring up. Because I have these Reactivate Transformers figures, I just wanted to bring up the topic of Transformers Reactivate and just video games in general. So anyway, just wanted to bring that up. Very interesting. I think that's one of Bumblebee's guns. That's definitely one of Starscream's null rays. I think these are Bumblebee's pistols. These are cool. So yeah, there's that. And yeah, I've been really interested in this. The Bumblebee actually looks really cool. So Because there's been a lot of times where I start to resent Bumblebee because a lot of the times his toys, it gets to the point where a lot of his toys start looking like each other. It's why I haven't bought the Transformers animated Bumblebee, even though he's pretty available on Amazon and like some other online retailers, because he just looks like every other Bumblebee, just with the animated head. Like his body and the style of the transformation, it looks like any other Bumblebee. So, but this design, this Transformers Reactivate design, legitimately looks like really cool and unique. And so I'm really enthused about this design. Same thing goes for Starscream. I like how Starscream has this. Some people might not be a fan of it, but I like Starscream's kind of asymmetrical design he's got going here, because he's got this like, because Reactivate, the premise of the story is that the Autobots and Decepticons have been defeated, and they're only just now getting turned back on. They're getting reactivated to fight again. And so a lot of them have miscolored and misshaped parts, and like they have stuff that kind of doesn't belong. And so I kind of like how Starscream here kind of has this same thing goes for Bumblebee. He's not really miscolored, but there are parts on here that are asymmetrical. Like, for example, he has this splotch of dark gray here on his forearm, but there's none of that here on this arm. So, like, I like how, and like even here on his knee, he has this bit of yellow here, but there's none here. Like, he's got this asymmetrical look that kind of is really gritty and is very appealing to me. At least to me, I find it very appealing. But yeah, how am I going to get Starscream out of this packaging without ruining it too much? Ah, there we go. Hinge joints. There are hinge joints here that should allow me to pull him out of the box. Did I miss a... Oh, great. I missed a... Son of a gun. There we go. Got him out of there, eventually. Okay, there is garbage on my lap. Oh, great. This is why I hate plastic ties. You cut them, and then their bits go flying everywhere, and then I have to vacuum them up, and it's a big mess. Hey, at least it's not packing peanuts. At least I'm not cleaning packing peanuts. Okay. Get this shiz off my lap. All right. Let's take a look at Starscream first. I'm not going to lie, I was a little more excited for the Starscream figure more than any other, so I've been wanting to look at him. Again, talking about that asymmetrical design, Starscream's got like a black shoulder pad and like some black here on his back wing, where on this side he has the red shoulder pad and none of that on this wing. So like, asymmetrical design kind of going on here. Also, the Decepticon symbol is also kind of misplaced. It's not like placed in the same orientation on the two wings. What is that? Why is that not transformed? That should be, these bits should be in. There we go. Those are supposed to fold backwards. There we go. But yeah, I like the idea here of Transformers Reactivate. I'm really open-minded about it. I think it's a cool design, and the toys here are fantastic. This Starscream is really good. The Optimus Prime from Reactivate, I have him over here. I did an unboxing on him a little bit ago, him and Soundwave. This is one of the most fantastic Autobot Optimus Prime toys I've ever handled, and Soundwave is actually pretty decent. And this Starscream is also looking pretty decent. Let's get his null rays on there. Hang on. Jeez. Ugh. My throat just went dry for a second. Guess I've been talking too much. Oh, jeez. Anyway. Starscream looks pretty good. Also, I noticed Starscream has blue eyes. Yeah, Starscream. Like I said, you can get a better look at the asymmetrical design of the orientation of the black paint. You can really see that there's a lot of black on here in areas where it probably shouldn't be. But yeah, this is a decent-looking Starscream. Also, I think his wings are supposed to... I don't know if his wings are supposed to be like this, or if they're supposed to be folded back. How do they have it on the box? On the box, they have them folded backwards. Also, I'm really itching to see the vehicle modes of these guys, because that's the other thing. I like these semi-realistic, like, really decked out vehicle modes, especially like Bumblebee and Optimus Prime. They look fantastic. And I've been seeing pictures of the Starscream jet mode online, and it looks great. It's been making me look forward to getting this figure in person. And he is really good so far. I really like this Starscream. Yeah. Yeah, there's Starscream. Now let's give Bumblebee his little pistols here. He has these very militaristic looking pistols. They're kind of small, but they look like they pack a wallop. Yeah, there's Bumblebee, and he's got his two pistols. How come there isn't an album called There's Garbage on My Lap? I don't know. I would definitely listen to it a lot because I've always got garbage on my lap and garbage everywhere. See, look, I've got garbage on my lap right now. Freaking bubble wrap. All right. Yeah, this Bumblebee looks great. Also, I like how this Autobot logo on his chest, that is a molded bit on there. Like, obviously it's painted in red, but like it's actually molded into the plastic. That's really cool. I'm really eager to see the vehicle modes on these guys. See, again, stating the asymmetrical design, this door wing has a bunch of paint on it. This one does not. So again, just kind of emphasizing the whole scrappy aesthetic of these figures. It kind of reminds me of like Dark of the Moon Megatron. You know, like how Dark of the Moon Megatron's this like broken down, scrappy looking, you know, version of Megatron. Some of it's like asymmetrical. He has one hand that's different than the other, and like, you know, like it kind of reminds me of that. Just, you know, they have a little more color. But yeah, I'm really eager to see the alternate modes on these guys. I've been wanting to really see these guys for quite a bit. So let me see if I can figure out how to transform Bumblebee at least. But yeah, I'm really excited for Reactivate. Apparently, we're supposed to get more news about it later in the year, but I don't know. We don't know exactly when. We just know that it's coming at some point. Yeah, it looks like this part has to there we go. All right. I was about to say, this cannot go there because it has to separate first. Looks like Bumblebee's head. Do I have to orient his head in any way? Like, do I need to twist it around maybe? I'm assuming you do, because that would make more sense. This bit can go in here. Very cool. I like how Bumblebee's, again, I'll show it off when I get it finished, but I like how Bumblebee has this, like, his alternate mode looks like this off-road buggy kind of look. Oh, buggy. Get it? Bumblebee, buggy. Ha. Makes sense now. But yeah, I love how this thing, like, here, let me just transform it and I'll tell you what it is I like about it. So again, I've been seeing pictures of these figures online and I've just been looking at them going like, oh, that looks so cool. That looks so cool. And like, now that I'm seeing it in person, there are even other details that I'm only just noticing now that I'm appreciating because now I have them in person. Very cool how this transforms. But is this how that's supposed to go? Is the question. Is this supposed to go like that? I think this has to. I think his ankle pivot has to be part of the transformation. Yeah, because there's a groove right there that the foot fits in when you ankle pivot. All right. So let's see. And then I'm assuming. That's interesting. So this bit must go. I just realized this Bumblebee doesn't have a waist swivel, so you don't have to rotate his legs around. I've like almost got it, but I'm just a little confused because shouldn't this be over here? This cannot be. Oh, unless it's supposed to... figured it out. I'm smart. I'm smart. Looks like these... But these have little tabs here. So do these... Oh, no, wait. I think they're supposed to tab into the doors. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure. Or do the arms go in after the legs? Is that how it goes? So it looks like his pelvis goes in right there. And then his legs have to orient over here. Also, I made a good call on the head. The head did have to rotate around in order to make room for this. I feel like that isn't how this is supposed to go, is the problem. I can see where this is supposed to tab in, but then it runs into the foot. So how is it supposed to... This is a bit of an odd transformation because I feel like this isn't supposed to work this way, but it just does. It's weird. Weird, but cool. Interesting. So where do these go then? I'm wondering if maybe his arms go in like this. Oh, I think that is how they go. So I was right. So these go into the arm. The arms go over here, and then they tab into this bit that comes in over here. I figured it out. By the way, I apologize if this is kind of boring, just watching me stare intently downwards. Charles, greetings from Brazil. Hope the toys of Reactivate show up here. Ultimately, Hasbro is not sending the new toys to our stores. Well, that sucks. That really sucks. Hope they show up in Brazil. Ugh. They are fantastic. Hopefully they show up by the time, or at least roughly around the time the game is supposed to come out. Or else that'd kind of suck. So yeah, I was right. So the arms do tab into these areas right here. Or else they make it kind of hard for this to collapse up. So I am correct. There we go. Now that's more flush. Very interesting car mode in a good way. And it looks like these just tab in right here. The guns. And there we go. We've got Bumblebee's little tactical, like, buggy mode. It's like a mix between, like, a Volkswagen Bug, a Jeep, and a, like, dune buggy. It's like a hybrid. He even has, like, this little spoiler and, like, this big old engine thing in the back. Hopefully it'll focus on that. Like, look at all that detail in the back. Look at those exhausts and the thrusters. He got an Autobot logo in there. He's got, like, look at this canopy and just like what the frick? This is a war machine. This is built for battle. And then, you know, this is what it looks like without the guns. I hate it when it looks like it's about to focus and then it doesn't focus. Like, Quit pissing me off, camera. I don't think aiming for channel growth at all costs is the way to go. You can produce the best content on the internet, but you're invisible to the YouTube algorithm. There's absolutely nothing you can. Yeah. How come there isn't an album called... Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. The YouTube algorithm just really sucks in general, especially for, like, just to give an example, there's been times where I have uploaded content to YouTube and it does really well. And then I'll do the exact same thing again with the same, or at least vaguely same title, almost the same, like, stuff. Like, you know, like I follow what the algorithm really liked, and then it doesn't work. Like, what the hell? Like, it's the YouTube algorithm is one of the weirdest things I have ever heard of, and it's kind of been the bane of everyone's existence, to be honest, because I'm sure I'm not the only one that's happened to. I'm sure even like Markiplier or even some big shots have also had that same issue before, I guarantee. You try something, the algorithm really likes it, and then you try it again, and then it sucks for some reason. It just is really odd. So these bits move up. The legs. I'm transforming Starscream, by the way. I moved on to transforming Starscream. But yeah, I've been seeing some nice online pictures. Also, yeah, there's about another thing about Reactivate is we have been seeing some gameplay of like being in the main hub, and like we have seen some really good news about it, but nothing official from actual Splash Damage, the company that, you know, the gaming development company that's actually making the game. We haven't really heard a whole lot from them. Come on, what am I missing? Something is off here, and I cannot tell what it is. What is off here? Oh, there we go. Got it. There was a bit of a tight, like, thunk you had to move first before you moved these pieces down. So that's why it didn't work initially. And then these backs of the shins tab into there. Then it looks like Starscream has dropped down on... I should probably remove his null rays, I just realized. And do his hand... Yes, his hands do need to rotate inward. Yeah, his arms drop down. That's kind of a traditional transformation feature on most Seekers. And then, of course, you can... Come on. What the frick? Come on. There we go. Starscream's head goes into here. Into here. Into here. Okay, got it. Figuring it out. And these bits fold backwards so that these can rotate. Oh, not yet. Fudge. And then where does this tab in? Ah, interesting. So you actually have to use the 5mm ports to transform this part. Interesting. I've seen that a couple times, like on Earthrise Grapple. Grapple had that kind of transformation thing, where you have to actually utilize the 5mm ports as part of the transformation. So the arms move back like that so that these can shift down this way, sort of. Something's stopping this from moving all the way. Almost got it. Come on, Starscream. Work with me here. Come on, it's not completely flush. Why? There we go. Got it. Just needed a little more encouragement to get pushed in all the way. Then these shoulder bits rotate upward to then tab in to these sections of the wings, I think. Oh, no. I'm doing this wrong. No. These have to hinge upward and out like this. Great, come on. There we go. All right, so these have to stay right there so that when these come up, they can then tab in like that. There we go. Got it. Same thing goes for this side. Fudge. And there we are. Looks like this jet mode is now complete. I would be willing to see this get repainted into other Seekers, honestly. And ba-boom. Kind of has, with the black on there, it kind of gives off, with the black, white, and red and the blue, kind of gives off some Armada Starscream vibes, huh? Very interesting. Let's get those null rays on there as well. Just to fully complete the look. I just realized his null rays are asymmetrical as well. One of these is not like the other one. Very interesting. But yeah, there he is. There is Starscream. This looks fantastic. As someone from Europe, I can confirm that action figures are in very short supplies here. You're lucky if you can find them in stores where they're just overpriced online. They're massively overpriced. Yeah, online, they're always overpriced. That's why the system I've set up for myself is I pre-order stuff, and then if I can find it in person, then I'll buy it, and then I'll cancel the pre-order. That's kind of how I rotate through pre-orders. But that is also the way I can guarantee if there's a figure I can't find in person because everyone keeps buying it so much, I can at least get the one. I still know that I have the one that's coming in online because, like, to give an example, the new concept art series Megatron, or actually better idea would be the Buzzworthy Bumblebee Optimus Prime from Rise of the Beasts. This figure sold out so quick online, but I managed to get a good pre-order in. But the other problem is that a lot of people started getting their pre-orders canceled, and I didn't know if mine was going to or not because I ended up finding this one in person anyway. So I bought it, and I canceled the pre-order. And it saved me, either way, it would have saved me a lot of money, no matter if I did not find it in store, at least I could have guaranteed that I would have had a good pre-order, and I wouldn't have to be paying overinflated prices for the figure. So that's kind of my system that I have for that. It's also the fact that the prices on figures don't scale depending on the current country's currency. $25 is actually quite a lot of money in some, like $25 is quite a lot of money in some countries. Like one of my favorite YouTubers that I watch pretty religiously, I watch him all the time. Diamond Bolt. I love Diamond Bolt's channel, and I love his videos where he talks about Transformers toys. And I absolutely laugh at every joke he makes about the price of certain figures. Like, he does live in Australia, and so some of the prices are a little bit different, but it still gets the point across. It's like, I loved the joke he made where he's like, it's gotten to the point where prices on figures are at the point where people have to decide between buying the new Legacy G-Axis and eating for the week. Like, that is not a joke. It's funny because it's true. There are some people, I even have a friend who's like that. I have a friend who is genuinely having to decide what he's doing for the week. Is he buying a Transformer? Is he eating? Is he getting groceries? Or like he actually has to, like, he doesn't buy a lot of Transformers figures anymore because he's always so low on money. But yeah, anyway, so like I understand his position, and like I understand that some figures are expensive for a lot of people. And it's not just Transformers, it goes for everybody. Prices are going up on all action figures. It goes for Power Rangers, it goes for Star Wars The Black Series, goes for Marvel Legends, goes for DC Multiverse, and but obviously Hasbro is the one that's the most obvious. Anyway, that's pretty much it for the live stream unboxing. So just a quick recap of everything. Got the Transformers Reactivate 2-pack with Starscream and Bumblebee. We've got the Transformers Revenge of the Fallen Studio Series Skipjack to go with the rest of my Constructicons. I've got the Studio Series Rise of the Beasts Scorponok. And then I got the Studio Series Concept Art Series Core Class Rumble. And then finally I got that comic book. And then I have the Studio Series Mirage review on the way. And I have a few more reviews on the way as well, like obviously Scorponok and some of these other guys I got in packages. But I did want to mention about some of my non-Transformers reviews that are also going to be coming up. No joke, $25 in my country represents 3 days worth of groceries. Some other non-Transformers related action figures I have in the pipeline coming up for reviews. First of all, I've got the Marvel Legends Dr. Octopus from Spider-Man No Way Home. I've got the where did he go? Oh, I also have Marvel Legends Gladiator Hulk, Marvel Legends Green Goblin from Spider-Man No Way Home. I've got the NECA Predator, the NECA Predator. I also have the Marvel Legends 2-pack with the retro, the Aunt May and Dr. Octopus 2-pack I still need to review. I might do this one actually pretty soon because I've been downsizing the collection, and I decided I need to get rid of the Aunt May figure, but I don't want to get rid of her yet until after I review the figure. Plus, I want to review the cartoon-style Doc Ock before I do the live-action one, because then I want to compare the two. But I do need to get that review out. Plus, I haven't reviewed a Marvel Legends figure in a little while, so I need to probably do that 2-pack. It'll be a 2-for-1 to make up for the lack of time. And then, of course, I've got a couple other figures. I have another Transformers review I wanted to really do after Mirage besides these guys. I have the YOLO Park Optimus Primal that I need to review. Those fancy non-transforming model kits. I really want to review that, but I haven't gotten around to it yet. But yeah, take care, Firewall. And yeah, that is basically it for the live stream unboxing. If you guys enjoyed it, give me a like on the video. Comment below what you guys think. Subscribe to the channel for more Transformers and stuff. Be sure to check out Spectre Spectations and my second channel down below. Gaming content will be on the way. And yeah, that is pretty much it for the live stream unboxing. So have a good day, everybody.